and unfortunately I did not get a seat. Previously on, I would like to keep my job. We don't want that for ourselves. I don't know what I'm doing. Wish me luck. Hey crew, welcome back to my channel for another flight attendant vlog. For those of you who are new, my name is Bridget. I'm a New York City based flight attendant and we're going back to work. So actually today is not our work day. Tomorrow isn't our work day, but the day after is. But I am on call. So how it works is that you put in your preference, I would say 2 days in advance, and then you are awarded, if you preference and if it's available based off of your seniority, you are awarded your preference the day before. So I looked at open time and there really isn't much available because this is weekday on call and not weekend, where, you know, that's how I got that nice international trip. So because the options are very slim, I think I'm going to preference or bid airport standby. And if you're new, airport standby is basically when you sit in the airport for an allotted amount of time. If they need you, they will call you. If they don't, you sit your time and then you are released for that day. So I'm going to put in my preference to get a afternoon standby, and if I get it or if I don't, I will speak to you guys tomorrow and update you when we go from there. So see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Good morning, crew. It is 2 days later from me last speaking to you, and I was awarded airport standby. I got 5 p.m. airport standby at JFK. So it is commuting and a day one or on-call day one. I'm about to go and get ready, and I will probably see you guys either when I get to the airport, in the car. We'll see. So see you in the next clip. Take a shot, make a friend, just enjoy the moment. Sky walking on these haters. Celebrate. Hey crew, so I have made it to the airport, but we have a little dilemma on commuting. As of right now, there is no open seats, and I am number 3 on the standby list. And this flight is going to LaGuardia. As I think I told you guys earlier, I am sitting airport standby in JFK today, so I'll keep you updated as to what happens. As of right now, it's not looking good, but positive vibes. Hopefully I do get on. Hey crew, so as you guys can see, I am not on the plane. The flight that I just told you guys about went out full, and unfortunately I did not get a seat. So I am walking over to another airline's concourse to see if I can get on their flight. So I'll keep you updated. Hey crew, so as you can see, I have made it to LaGuardia. My second option on another airline actually got me here. It is 3:50 and my sign-in at JFK is at 5 p.m. So I'm waiting for my transportation now to take me to JFK, and then we'll see if I get anything on airport standby. But I'll probably speak to you guys again once I get to the next airport, because I have a story for you guys. So see you in the next clip. Hey crew, so it is 8:58. I am released. I'm released at 8:59. So as of right now, I haven't been used. So we are legal tomorrow at 7:59 for a 2-day trip, and I really didn't do anything on standby. I just edited a video, so you would have already seen this vlog by the time this one comes out. But if you haven't seen it already, I will link it right here. And that's about it. So when I get in, I will sit down and tell you guys a story of what happened on my commuting flight. So see you in the next clip. Hey crew, so as I promised, I will come back and tell you guys how my little story time. So if you follow me on Instagram, you would know that I was having a little bit of trouble commuting to work today. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, you should follow me, because that's pretty much where I post on my stories. So I ended up flying a different airline because I was not able to get on my airline's aircraft, and I got a seat, thankfully, and I was sitting in the bulkhead. If you guys don't know, the bulkhead is basically that wall that divides first class from main cabin. And if you've sat in the bulkhead in the past, you would know that you cannot have anything at your feet, meaning that there cannot be bags, purses, nothing can be at your feet for takeoff and landing. During cruise, during the flight, you can bring stuff down, but once we are clear to land, doing initial and final descent, it has to go back in the overhead bin. So I boarded the aircraft and I was sitting in the aisle seat, and the two other passengers who were sitting in my row, middle and window, were sitting there already, and they both had their bags at their feet. So me trying to be nice, I was like, hi you guys. Even though I don't work for this airline, I know the drill because it's basically universal across all airlines in the US, I can say. So I was like, hi you guys. So because you're sitting at this seat, all of your bags are gonna have to go up for takeoff and landing. And it'll probably be best if you put it up now before the overhead bin fills, than waiting towards the end of the boarding process. So I was putting my bags up while I was saying that, and the lady sitting in the window was like, oh, thank you so much. So she was getting up to put her bag up, but I was like, oh, I can put it up for you. So I put the bag up for her. The person in the middle, a gentleman, he was just basically like, no. Like, he ignored what I said. He's like, I'm not putting my bag up. Cool, no problem. I don't work here. This isn't my flight. This isn't my airline. I was just trying to be helpful. So we continue boarding, pretty much finished boarding, and they're going through the cabin, you know, making sure that everything is okay, probably doing their exit row briefing, all that. So they get to our row, and the flight attendant's like, sir, you need to put your bag up. You can't have your bag at your feet. Nothing can be on the floor in this row. So I take my seatbelt off, I get up, and he's huffing and puffing because now at this point, there is no overhead bin space. So the flight attendant was nice enough to like move bags around to try and stuff his bag in to one of the overhead bins. As I get up standing, waiting for him to put his bag away, I had to step into the first class to give him space. So I'm standing there waiting for him to put his bag up, and a passenger in first class starts asking questions, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't work here. And he's like, you don't work here? And I'm like, no, I don't work for this airline. And he's like, are you sure? And I look down at my uniform. We are clearly in two different colors. And I'm like, yeah, I don't work for this airline. And he's like, are you sure? So at that point, I just left it alone. I didn't say anything else, but his wife was like, look, she's wearing a different color than the other flight attendants are. So I just thought that was funny, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So this is it for tonight. We made it through airport standby, and this hasn't happened in a while for me to not get used on airport standby. So we'll see what tomorrow brings and what the scheduling gods bless us with. Let's put out positive energy that it is commutable and it's not too many legs. But I will definitely keep you guys updated when I get that call and tell you where we're going. The only downfall of not knowing your assignment is that I don't really get a sound sleep because I'm scared that I might have slept through the call, and I don't want that missed trip or failure to cover. So yeah, enough of me rambling. I am going to bid you guys a good night, and I will see you tomorrow. I have not been called. Pretty sure my little crew debriefing made no sense, so we're going to try it again.